The 1997 FIA World Rally Championship, Monte Carlo, Sweden, Kenya, Portugal, Spain, Corsica, Argentina, Greece, New Zealand, Finland, Indonesia, Italy, Australia, and Great Britain. Rallying's traditionally been dominated by the Finns, and 1996 was no exception. The World Championship, decided on the Rally Australia, was won for the first time by Tommi Mäkinen.
Well done.
Ei ne ainakaan ohitus ole varmaan.
Mäkinen then the latest in a long line of Finns to excel at the sport. For 1997, Mitsubishi had a brand new Group A car, the Lancer Evolution 4, for Mäkinen and co-driver Seppo Harjanne.
Three main things are the biggest difference. Rear suspension and gearbox and engine is a bit different.
Tommi had two teammates during the year. Richard Burns drove another Lancer Evo 4 on selected events, although for marketing reasons it was badged as a Charisma GT. On the other rallies, Uwe Nittel drove the second car, an older Evolution 3 Lancer entered by the German Rally Art team. Runner-up in 1996 was Colin McRae, another new car for the 1997 season, but his was one of the new breed, a Subaru Impreza built to the new World Rally Car regulations.
Yeah, it's good to have a change. The old Group A car was getting a bit long in the tooth, and it looks very spectacular as well, sounds different. Obviously the performance is a bit better, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Not only a new car for McRae, but a new colleague as well.
He's a very easygoing sort of person, and the practice has gone well, our testing has gone well, and I really am looking forward to it.
Sweden's Kenneth Eriksson, seen here with team boss David Richards, would drive the second car on gravel events during the year, with the all-tarmac rallies being contested by Italy's Piero Liati. The team's goal was clear, both world titles. The other manufacturer tackling both series was Ford, who had an almost all-new lineup. A new boss, Malcolm Wilson, a new team, M Sport, and a new car, the Escort World Rally car. The team leader, however, was still Carlos Sainz.
What would be a good season for you?
Win. As simple as that.
Sainz's partner was the 1996 European champion, Armin Schwarz. Besides the new cars, 1997 had a new feel too. After 3 years of event rotation, all 14 rounds would count. So arriving in the south of France for round one, everyone knew it would be a long season. The Monte Carlo Rally is perhaps the most famous event in the series. Heavy rain greeted the championship contenders as the first special stage of the year got underway around the streets of Monaco. But it's the stages in the mountains north of the Principality which make up the bulk of the rally. Sainz and his co-driver Luis Moya had a superb start, taking the lead after the first mountain stage. Mäkinen wasn't so happy. The icy roads meant that he and Seppo Harjanne were slipping and sliding all over the place.
Vasen oikein eri aukee.
Tyre choice, it seemed, had been a factor in Sainz's lead.
Well, I went with one tire which is rain tire, no studs. Tommi went with studs, and at the end of the two stages is 2 seconds difference. So obviously it was very, very close, one decision to the other.
His teammate obviously wasn't on the same tyres. Schwarz had the dubious honour of being the first driver to dink a World Rally car when that happened on stage 2.
Oh, it was not bad. We just came out of the trucks in the slush snow and we hit the wall. And it was quite gnarly, so we have to go backward and forward all the time just to get the car in the right direction, and we lost quite some time.
The Monte Carlo Rally isn't one of Colin McRae's favourites, and he wasn't enjoying the conditions. In the other Subaru, Piero Liati was a lot happier, and he had a far better day than his team leader. Freddie Loix from Belgium was quickest around the stage in Monaco itself, but the Toyota driver soon found that the mountain roads were a different matter. Loix and Sven Smits dropped to 8th as a result of that spin. Uwe Nittel began cautiously, getting used to his new Group A car after finishing second in the Group N Championship in '96. Didier Auriol is a Monte Carlo veteran, but his privately entered Escort ended the day in 7th place. Schwartz in the works car was 6th, cursing the accident on stage 2. 5th placed McRae's miserable day, though, was continuing. Visibility, it seemed, was one of his concerns.
6 right minus, tightens. 100, can you put the heater on? Yeah. 4 right and 4 right.
The car's very, very difficult to drive. Transmission's not working properly. And we've got a problem with the windscreen steaming up all the time, so it's not much fun.
As day turned to night, Loix was 4th. Liati was 3rd, but the leading pair were just 3 seconds apart. Mäkinen was the driver in 2nd place. But the rally leader was Carlos Sainz.
Para izquierda rápida menos, derecha izquierda buena más en quinta se cierra, para uno, buena más en quinta se cierra, izquierda, para uno, derecha que corta, para izquierda calenta se cierra.
Day 2 and damp tarmac had replaced the snow. Sainz found himself under attack and lost the lead on the day's first stage. It was Mäkinen who'd set the fastest time on the stage, and he led the rally for the first time. Liati wasn't being left behind, however, and he set the fastest time on the day's 3rd stage. For McRae, though, that second morning saw the end of his rally on an icy corner.
The problem is when you're in the racing tyres, if you go slightly offline at all, you just get pulled in with the snow, and that's what happened. Unfortunately, there was a tree just on the edge of the road and it broke the rear suspension.
McRae's wasn't the only accident. Freddie Loix damaged his Toyota Celica when he left the road, but at least he managed to keep going.
What's happened? Okay, I went off of the road on the stage before and I damaged a little bit the car. I lose 22 minutes.
Didier Auriol wasn't so lucky. Transmission failure meant that the Frenchman joined McRae on the retirements list, although we'd see a lot more of Auriol later in the year. Schwartz also suffered from transmission problems. He and Denis Giraudet lost 3rd gear but kept going.
Right 4 short, no cut, 100 caution, right 3 to 4 short into left 3. Right 3 to 4 short into left 3.
They were in 4th place at the end of leg 2. Problems for Sainz, meanwhile, had dropped him to 3rd.
Corta, para izquierda buena posible tercera, sucia se cierra, frenando, para derecha buena menos sucia se cierra poco, para izquierda buena, para derecha buena más ojo, para izquierda rápido ojo ras.
Yeah, we have problem with the engine. It was misfiring practically all the way through, and well, it was not running well.
Piero Liati and Fabrizio Pons had had a superb day. They were now 2nd.
Per destra 3 meno lunga, in sinistra 3 meno lunga, 30, destra 3 più, per destra.
As they tackled the final few stages of the day, their thoughts were already turning to the first stage of the 3rd leg, the longest of the rally.
The first special stage is terrible. 37 kilometers is very difficult, but okay, full attack.
The final stage of leg 2, and the rally leader was now Tommy Mäkinen.
last one was going very well. I was pushing as hard as possible, and it was very, very good.
And so to the final day. Heavy rain greeted the crews as they arrived at that long first stage, whose name is enough to send shivers down the spine, Sisteron. The stage would prove decisive. Mäkinen chose the wrong tyres and dropped from first to third in just that one stage. Liati flew through the stage and grabbed the lead for the first time. Sainz was also faster than Mäkinen and moved up into second place. Behind the top three, Denmark's Henrik Lundgaard finished in sixth place. Uwe Nittel and his co-driver Tina Turner were fifth, delighted with their performance in an unfamiliar car. Schwartz finished fourth. But what of the top three? That incident effectively ended Mäkinen's challenge for victory. Sainz was then left chasing Liati over the rally's final few stages.
Derecha buena se tira poco y ras. Sasar, para izquierda buena más ojo corta a fondo, se ve por el fin, para derecha rápido ojo corta a fondo.
But Liati could almost taste victory, and he wouldn't be caught. Only the final stage remained, another blast around the streets of Monaco, and Sainz and Mäkinen were beaten. Liati took his first win on a World Championship event, an immensely popular victory.
This moment for me is very, very, very fantastic.
Piero Liati and Fabrizio Pons, the first winners of 1997. Their winning margin 55 seconds, with Sainz, Mäkinen, Schwartz, Nittel and Lundgaard rounding off the top 5 places. Points are now awarded Formula 1 style from first to sixth places, so this was how the drivers' table looked after round 1. Despite only one Subaru making it to the finish, they took a 1-point lead in the Manufacturers' Championship.